Hey everyone, this is going to be a walkthrough of Cannon's Core Mission 1/4 A rank. The 1/4 are exactly the same. You may want to be more careful in M4. I'm not going to really touch on that here. I'm basically just going to be talking about the M1. But if you're just going for optimal strats, then it's the exact same in M1 and M4. The point requirement is 29,000. In this layout, I've got a video. As you can see, I've got a segmented video here. So I just played all 5 segments, frame counted them. It comes to a 337.09. And so this video is just exactly that. It exactly finishes at 337.09, and then it also shows the result screen. And I'll go through just my thoughts for how to tackle the stage with like backups and points, markers and stuff like that. So I'll just play the stage normally, and it generally just plays itself to begin with. You just get all the points. Most of the points that you'll be getting are in Tails' section, so you literally just play the whole thing normally so far. One point here, for this camera, I kind of don't know how it works, but it sometimes will just snap to Tails when after jumping, I swim directly under the platform, like the floating platform. I'll try and move myself directly under it, and maybe the camera will snap. And then, yeah, you get those lock-ons. Perfect. In this IL, time bonus is a key thing. Obviously, there's the whole new concept of stopping time in order to get points in this stage. So definitely pay attention to like where I'm shooting the time stop. It is going to add up, to be honest. When you shoot a time stop, it doesn't actually do it for very long. But it's still worth, like, you know, an enemy or two, right? Like, or like a kind of a bigger enemy. So you still want to shoot them where possible. So mostly we've been getting like 10 combos or 9 combos so far, just because we haven't really had opportunities to get perfect ones. Oh, I actually missed a perfect right there, actually, in this video, didn't I? Let's go back a little further. Okay, right here, you can get a perfect. Yeah, but I missed. So I'm actually 500 points down right now. That enemy there is the first enemy that you're not like trying to just wait on. You just walk past it. You can still get 3 lock-ons. Trying to wait for that enemy is really fucking annoying. Because the stop lock-on objects that are all around are like really strangely placed around that guy. Like, it will take forever for you to lock onto all of his shots, and you're right next to him, so he's just gonna like throw his bombs at you. Just run past him. We don't even need him. You straight up don't even need him. That 500 points that I missed, I just kind of keep it in my mind, because I can come back to that later. And if you have missed a fuck ton of points, here is where you want to recoup those. You can do whistle glitches on this guy, get 1500 points. You can probably do it a couple times. If it's already a disaster, then this is a really quick way to get some points. What I do right here is I actually did an extra lock-on the time stop right there, and I don't think that's actually what you want to do. I didn't put like a million billion years into this, so like I already missed a perfect earlier. I don't actually think I wanted to shoot that time stop, because... Actually, no wait, I did mean to shoot it. I didn't mean to shoot that one. That was the one that I didn't mean to shoot. You do want to shoot that first one, but not that second one. Because now, all of these enemies are so far away. Ideally, I wanted them to drop, and then I shoot all of them. But now it's kind of hard to get them. And, oh, I moved the timer straight away. But yeah, there was a bunch of enemies. Yeah, I clipped straight away after finishing the act. So you didn't get to see how the rest of it played out, but there ends up being like a lot of enemies there, and I actually missed them because I did that extra time stop that I wasn't even intending to do. So I've already missed the 500 from the perfect, and I've missed a couple extra points from there. So that's something I'm bearing in mind. But that's the speed that you want to do. I obviously didn't lose any time doing any of that. So that's about the speed you want to be at, and I was at 20.92 on the timer. And I have 11,600 points. So yeah, you want to have like 12,500 is about like 12 to 12,500 points is usual. If you were to even do that big enemy that we skipped, it gets into the 13,000s, but we don't want that. It's just slow to get that guy. So yeah, you get that triple lock-on. You get these lock-ons. You get this one. And what you can do, it's kind of cheeky, but you can get an 11th lock-on. You can get a guy through the wall. It's kind of hard-ish, because you want to be like slightly moving forward, of course, because you're losing height. You want to get onto the platform, the enemy's right there, you're not wanting to lose too much time. So getting all 10 of them and the one extra over there is tricky, but you can do it. And then also on this elevator, you can get all 4 lock-ons in a single one. If you get this guy on the left quickly, before he moves all the way up, then you can get all 4 of them. And I do that here, and then I wait and get all 4. So, you know, there's a lot of points in this stage. Do the usual thing there where you lock onto those guys to run past them. Get these 2. Shoot these dudes that are coming down here. I always have to jump twice for that. And then I'm early for this cycle. There's no way to make an earlier cycle, so... Well, I mean, there is, but, like... You're not doing that in A ranks. In A ranks, that is the cycle you're going to make. So, it doesn't... Like, you can be a bit slower in the pre-section. I was kind of quick. Just... And, like, missing that 500 points isn't really, like, a time-based thing. So I made sure, you know, get all of those 3 enemies that fall down here. Because you've got the time. Make sure you get these guys. Play, please. Stupid thing. And then, just like usual, you clip out here. It's not very difficult. And then there's no more points in the stage, like just at all. So we're just breaking the door at this point. Hopefully you have your own queue to get there. And so yeah, 17,500. So, you know, could be higher, but this is still totally fine. I got to remember that I'm also going quickly. If you had this points total while going slower, you might have some red flags. But as long as you're either going speed or getting all of the points, then it's fine. This next section, I keep an eye on the timer that I enter the stage, which is like 117.92 or something, I think. 119.67. It was 119.67 is when I entered the stage. And I just keep that in mind, because I then go through here. And I want to hit the switch straight away, and then I look at the timer after I hit the switch, and it was like 19, like a 29 low. So I'd spent 9.5 seconds from loading in to hitting that. And so that tells me that I want to wait for about half a second. Because before I set off in this next phase. 10 seconds is the goal from like the target time. So if you're faster than 10 seconds, then you just got to wait that extra moment. So I'm holding L, and as soon as I like load back in, you know, the camera goes back to Rouge, I wait half a second and then like really go. You want to hit the time stop, and that will put the blocks in an excellent place for you. You want time stops that you can get that enemy and go through really quickly. If you don't have time stop, you can't destroy that enemy, and that's 200 points. And also, just getting time stop in general is saving time, like points. It's stopping time, so it's saving points. Otherwise, though, I didn't really get any special points in that stage. It was in that act, so it's basically just normal. And then in Knuckles, I'm not getting any points whatsoever. So this is truly just normal. At this point, I'm also looking again at the time that I exit the stage, which is that was a 2:13.92, and so I add on. Well, I can tell you that my result screen time is a 2:50, so that means that 37 seconds. And so like I can already figure out just from entering Sonic section what time bonus I'm going to get. So a 2:13 will get you a 2:50. A 2:50 is 1,000 points, 2,000 points, 2,200 points of time distance, of time bonus gone. Because obviously it starts at 10,000 every 50 seconds after a minute is 1,000. So a minute 50 goes to 9,000. 2 minutes 40 goes to 8,000. Another 10 seconds is another 200. So we're at 7,800. Subtract that from 29,000 and you've got 22,200. Right? No. 21,200, sorry. Oops. So that means my goal, I need to know, I know that I need to get 21,200. The best way to do this, because obviously mental math is hard, just think like, what time you'll eventually get is 250 or whatever. Think of it in its gap to 240. Because you know that with 240, you're going to need 21,000. 240 is 8,000, 29,000 minus 8,000 is 21,000. Just simply know that. 240 equals 21,000. I'm going to be finishing the stage in 10 seconds after 240, so I need an extra 200 points. I need 21,200. If I knew I was going to finish the stage in 305, then I'd be 500 points over 21,000, so 21,500 points. That's what you should do entering this. Just think, like, work up from 240. At least that's what I would do, to save you doing a lot of repetitive mental math. And so, yeah, so I have 17,900 points, so I need 3,300, and we're going to get quite a lot in Sonic section. We're going to get exactly that, basically. You just walk forward here and get these enemies, and that's a bunch of points. That's 800 right there, another 200 there. I'm double bouncing and then homing attacking that artificial chaos and then coming back. And what you can do is also destroy those two enemies that are there. They have the shield, so you have to figure out what to do with the time stop and such. But, you know, destroying those enemies is yet another 500 points. If you need some points, that's what you do. But right now, I only need 2,000 points. There's two enemies there as well that you could get if you really need to. I'm going to get this, and I'm also going to get this robot. Because, obviously, I did miss a bunch of points. So I was like, okay, I'm going to get just a couple more points. I'm going to get that robot. And I quite like this one. This is the first bit of extra points that I would get, like, out of all of the available options. I think this is the fastest to get. Because... like, as you can see, it's like a halfway house between you and the Golden Beetle. If you just do like a spin dash from the time stop switch and try to get to the Golden Beetle, you can't really do it. Like, the laws of physics don't really get you there. You want to be doing it from a bit closer. So you want to be kind of not doing a full spin dash to get to the edge anyway. So the enemy's right there, right? It's a really good one to get. So I kind of recommend that one. If you're kind of lowish on points. Maybe just if you want to do that anyway, because it's just there. And so then, only 350 points remaining. And what you want to know about this section is that there are 5 different ring trails. So you can get about like 500 points in this section, as long as you know where they are. I'm going to do the bounce to get down here. The first is straight in the middle here. And then the second is on the right here. Third is on the left here, and then on the right. And then the fifth is on the right. So I got 500. Like, I got 500 to 600 points in that section. So that's how many points you want there. You can get there. And also, of course, if you're really fucking desperate, then you could do infinite time stop. Because, like, how long did this section take? Please. Fuck you. This is ridiculous. Like, we were here at 225. So if you were to do infinite time stop right here, that would save you 500 points, because that's 25 seconds worth of time. So you can even do that, like 500 emergency points right there. And that even allows you to get extra points, because you can, you know, you can go up to the Lost Chow. You can get the 2 enemies and the the 1-up, that's 500 points. You can make sure you get every single ring. That's even more points, so there's actually quite a few emergency points here. They're slow at this point, but emergency. And yeah. And that gets you a 250, as I said, and an A rank. So I am 190 points over. There you go. Okay. Cool. And yeah, that's a 337, so you want to be hitting at least sub 4s when you do this. Obviously, it's a really long stage, hard stage. It only rivals Cosmic Wall in terms of like length, and it's pretty difficult. It doesn't have the 1 minute long auto scroller, even though that auto scroller is tough in A ranks. It's on a par with Cosmic Wall. You want to put a lot of time into it. If you get like 350s, if you get like into the 340s consistently, that's crazy good. Cool. Thanks for watching.